Ce n'est pas la révolution ni la mobilisation, mais c'est affolant de voir. Non, ce n'est pas la révolution ni la mobilisation. Rendez-vous, c'est qu'on me dit, rendez-vous. Non, ce n'est pas la révolution ni la mobilisation.
Tu as trop de soucis. Tu as trop de soucis. Ce soir,
Welcome. Oh, okay. There we are. Welcome to Wobbs Sports. I'm your host, Joey Wobbs. And I'm here to talk about a few things. I'm gonna sound like, how about now? You guys can hear me now? I know I was just muted. Can you guys hear me now? Everything looks to be good now. All right, good. Hey, I'm really liking these AI generated thumbnails though. How did you see the one I created today? That shit is cold. That thumbnail I created is cold today, bro. Like that shit is crazy. Honestly, big up to everybody. Obviously, I'm from the US, so I'm going to support the US football team, but at the same time, I'm not the biggest Poch fan, so whatever happens, happens. I'm just very excited to see a lot like this core players play against a team like this. I think this is like a great stage, great matchup for them, especially with Flo playing the way that he's playing. The whole Flo thing. Before we do Chelsea talk, we'll talk about Flo, right? The whole Flo thing's extremely funny. I think. One, it's the most American thing that could ever happen. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, that shit is some American ass shit. Like, I just want people to understand what happened here. Okay, so like, just so people grasp like really what happened on like why Flo Balogun is available for the Belgium game. I just want people to get the understanding because I feel like I have a good grasp on what really happened here. So let's talk about what happened. All right. So today, Adam Crafton should get all the credit because he's the one that reported it. Him and Dan Sheldon. So they suspended his red card. Article 1015. 1015. Okay. This is to me. This is hilarious because this is just FIFA. This is just our U.S. lawyers getting to work, bro. They were getting to work reading the bylaws, bro. Because if you read what happens, right? Multiple officials said after the game, team is not able to appeal the red card for a suspension. However, Balogun is set to be available against Rudy Garcia's team, and Balogun's FIFA confirmed eligibility to play Sunday afternoon. Statement by the governing body, disciplinary committee basically breaches Article 14, 16 of the code. In Article 27 of the disciplinary code, the implementation of the match suspension is suspended for a probatory period of 1 year. So they could push this red card out for an entire year. So he'll still serve the red card, by the way, but it could be pushed out until next year. And the gravity of during the probationary period, the suspension should be revoked after the sanction enforced without prejudice to any additional sanctioning opposed to the new infringement. Okay. So basically, I just want people to understand where this goes. So where is the piece that I want to talk about most? Let me just get it. I clipped it earlier, so just let me grab it real quick from a chat that I had. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the key piece right here. Okay, this is the key piece right here. If the person benefiting from the suspended sanctioning commits another infringement of similar nature and gravity during the probationary period, the suspension shall be revoked to the judicial body, the sanction enforced without prejudice. So basically what ends up happening is they used a similar incident to this incident, aka the Messi incident, to impose this probationary period that Flo Balogun would have. Huge news for the USA. I think the USA have a great chance of going through with Flo Balogun. Without Flo Balogun, it got a little bit rough because I just didn't see anybody being as clinical as Flo. Flo has been getting 2-3 chances a game and putting them away. All right, cool. Got my clip piece now out of the way. Let's talk Chelsea. Now, just from a show of hands, okay? Just from a show of hands, just because I want to understand my crowd real quick. Who here thinks we should sell Andrey Santos for the right price? I'm not saying 50 million is the right price, but who here would sell Andrey Santos, let's just say for 70 million, okay? 65 to 70 million. All right. I want to just see what my audience is thinking first before I go too deep into this. Chat, what are we saying? Would you sell Andrey Santos for 65 to 70 million? Yep. Agreed, Rico. Agreed, my G. That's exactly what it is. It's a foul that happened in other games. All right. Let me change the question because most of you seem to be along the same guidelines at 70. Would you sell Andrey Santos for 60 million? Chat, I need some answers. Would you sell Andrey Santos for 60 million? I want to see where we're at. Okay. So for 60 million, would you sell Andrey Santos? That's fine what they think. That's not how the market works, though. Unfortunately, that's just not how the market works. Saeed can think whatever the fuck he wants, bro. That's just not how the market works. It's called supply and demand. Okay. The most recent supply of midfielders at this level went for 85 million. If you think you're going to get a midfielder of this caliber for 35, 40 off of arrival, you're drunk. I got an igloo to sell you here in Arizona. Like that's what I'm saying, son. Like that's how it goes, Max. Like that's just not how it works. Mo, would you buy him for 60 million? Mo, Newcastle fan? So a lot more no's at 60 million. All right, now chat. What would be your bare minimum number to sell Andrey Santos? In the chat. What would be your bare minimum number to sell Andrey Santos? All right. So the first thing that we have to understand about the Andrey Santos situation in general is realistically where he stacks in the pecking order of our football club. Okay. I think that's kind of the first thing that needs to be had as a discussion. All right. So I think the big thing that you have to understand when it comes to this position itself is the Reece James aspect of it all. I think all of us can agree. Okay. I think all of us can agree. If we were to put a hierarchy or a squad depth or a depth chart together, right? It would go Caicedo and then Reece James under Caicedo and then Santos and then Asuego. That's how it would go in that position, right? And that DM destroyer position. Correct or not? Do I have anybody who would disagree with that statement that I just made? That he wouldn't be under Reece James, at least Reece James and Caicedo in that position. Correct or no? Okay. So if that's the case, right? That means he's third choice. Okay, Danish, that's your decision. That's fine. Okay, that's fair. That's fair if you disagree with that statement. It doesn't have to be a true statement. I just think that's the way that the hierarchy of the squad position goes, especially after getting another fullback. Right? That's just my personal opinion behind it. Especially after getting another fullback, we're probably looking at Reece James playing some midfield too, especially spending that much on a fullback. That's just my opinion. So I wanna have a conversation about what it would look like if you were to play Santos next to Caicedo, which is what everyone seems to be most preferred option in this scenario. Okay. So I just want to throw just a couple graphs at you guys, just so I can have like a data point, some data points to have this discussion. Just give me 1 second. Here, this is the one I wanted to pull up. I was prepared for today's show. I'm not gonna lie. I was much more prepared than I normally am. And here we go. All right. So you see that. So we see that Andrey does a lot of good things well. Okay. He does a lot of things really well, such as he's always looking forward, right? He wins his duels, right? He always wins his duels, and he's looking forward. Those are the two major things that you're getting from Andrey, okay? When it comes to driving with the ball, when it comes to splitting lines. Now, it's not good when it looks to that. Okay, it's not good. All right, and the reason why I bring this graph up is because the real thing is you have to, for this to be like a real conversation, you have to have a comparison point. And I want you guys, we're going to use for this conversation, okay? I think it's better that we use his Strasbourg time, okay? There's more game time to base this off of, right? I know the English Premier League and the League One aren't direct correlations, but I want you guys to just see this graph. And I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from by using this part of the graph, because it just gives Andrey a little bit more basis of what he actually potentially could do, because that was where he was at his best. So we'll use Andrey Santos's graph from Strasbourg in this scenario, okay? And we're gonna put Moyes' graph on top of it. So, okay. So, what I want to have a conversation about is, are we talking about a player that's too similar to what we already have? And realistically, once again, I'm putting data points of Andrey at his best, okay? When he was in League One last year, where he was in League One Team of the Year. And all these great accolades that he did, he was probably one of the top 3 best midfielders in that league at the time. Okay? I want us to have a conversation about this. Can two players that are very similar play next to each other? Okay? And I just want you guys to kind of ponder that. Right? Like, it would be nice in theory to have two players like Conte next to each other. In theory, right? It would be nice. But is that realistic? And is that what Xabi Alonso wants? I think we can pull up. I don't think he has data points for it. Maybe, yeah, he doesn't have data points. I wish it did. Reece James in the midfield time frame, but perfect. That, you know what, Benjamin? That's the perfect answer. That I actually can't tell you a more perfect answer. I can't tell you a more perfect answer. Sure, Taj, I'll definitely throw that in. So once again, can you play two players that are similar to each other? And this is realistically the same conversation I have with Chouameni. Like, this isn't a different conversation to Chouameni. Like, this is the same conversation. Ready? I'm consistent. I'm not going to change my points. My points are my points. My points are my points. Point blank and period. I'm not going to change my points. My points is this. Can you realistically play two players that are similar next to each other in a pivot? But Chouameni, I don't think Chouameni would be the player we would go for, Deminant. That's the thing. I think we would go for more of a deep lying playmaker. Someone who is going to try to break lines much more often. Because ready, I'm going to put the guy that we've been linked with. Okay? On here. You see where he differs? You see where he differs? The two things that our players don't have? Sure. Sure. I like that one too. Let's remove Moy off of this. You see where they differ? Right here. Right here. Once again. Look. Look. Too much of the same, in my opinion. Still, with Chima. So that's the conversation that we have to have that's the conversation that you have to have, realistically. Okay? Because like this isn't a situation that's actually like, I think the problem with Barco I just like, once again, it's a thing of having too many similar profiles in the end. It's like, all right, like in this scenario at this current moment with one game a week that we're going to be having, it's more realistic that if we're not going to play Caicedo, Reece James will play next to whoever that is. Like, that's just my thought process behind it. And I'm guessing that's what their thought process is as well. I'm not trying to like try to sell you some type of dream. I'm trying to give you an understanding, right? Like, I'm trying to give you an understanding. Well, that was 2 years ago. You go. And that's exactly my point, Mo. Like, that's exactly the point that I'm trying to make. As much as we want to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody, okay, that you're wrong for wanting Santos to stay. Because I believe in the player. Like, I believe in the player as much as anybody else does. But at this current moment, right, if we were to just say at this current moment, do we have too much of the same? And like realistically, because I don't know what they're going to do with Barco. I really don't. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea what the plan is for Barco. Zero. Absolutely no idea. But if the plan is for Barco to play like a Reece James kind of role where he's a left back sometimes and a midfield sometimes, where Reece James is a right back sometimes and a midfield sometimes, like it just feels like we have too many of the same. If anything, right? If anything, we probably need a more Madic type player. Someone who's taller, better at duels, more will break lines, like someone along the lines of that is gonna cover up a lot of ground too. Because I would like to see if I could pull up this kid's numbers. He didn't play a ton of minutes this year. That's the only reason I don't want to. But I just have like a little scouting project with this kid. So like, let me see if I just type it in up here. He was pretty average at everything. But I don't know if that's what I'm not sure what he wants at this current moment. I'm not sure what we want to play at this current moment. Everyone's so convinced that we're going to be playing a 3-4-3, and shit, I'm almost convinced that we're going to play a 3-4-3 at this point, right? But to me, it's not this big ordeal, right? Like, hey, team away, like from my perspective, it's not this giant ordeal for us. I think it's a good profile for you guys to have. I'm not going to front. Like, to me, like if you were willing to spend as much money as you were on Matheus Fernandes, and like, I just want people to realize something, right? Like, we shouldn't sell this guy for anything. We should be selling this guy for something around the Matheus Fernandes number, though. Unfortunately for Manchester United fans, they're not going to want to hear that. Okay, but that's realistically what this is. Like, we shouldn't be selling this guy for anything less than like 60 to 65 million, in my opinion, just based off of the current market value of some of these players. He did not look that good. I'm gonna be honest, but okay. He also has twice as many minutes, but like, it's not this giant, steep fucking difference between players. It really isn't. It's just not. When you compare them to have equal amount of minutes and same types of responsibility, it's not. It's just not. It's like you're asking, and Andrey's probably more of a goal threat. That's just a true basis of it. He's probably more of a goal threat than Matheus Fernandes, because Matheus Fernandes can't shoot for shit. I mean, it would be interesting to have him next to Bruno G, like in a pivot with like Monzambi in the 10. Like that would be a very interesting process. But I don't think that I think Eddie Howe's too set in his ways. I mean, I just don't see this. I don't see this extreme jump between what Mateus Fernandez is and what Andrey Santos is. And it's definitely not 30 million, 35 million more. He's definitely not worth 35 million more than Andrey. Like he's definitely not worth more than 35 million. Like Andrey, like Mateus Fernandez is not 35 million more worth 35 million more than Andrey Santos. He's just not. Nobody can sell me that shit. No one can give me real true basis that he sells that can sell me that shit, bro. None. No one. Because he's taller. That's what we saying. Because he's taller. So, and are we? Okay, cool. 15 million. That's fine. 70 million. We consider, let's consider Mateus Fernandez a 70 million pound player. Okay. Is he still worth 20 million more than Andrey Santos? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Is Mateus Fernandez 20 million more than worth 20 million more than Andrey Santos? We're not buying Bruno G, Dominant. And no one's buying Enzo Fernandez, so you guys could like get this starting midfielder that you need in your head out of your head. No one's buying Enzo Fernandez. I like that number. I like Connor's mentality here. Give me a 20% sell on top of it, and where I'm in business. Well, that's not true either, because the entire time Liam Rossigne was here, Andrey Santos played nearly every game. So, team away, once again. Sorry, bro. Here to nix the bullshit in the butt, bro. Truthfully. But like I said, third choice behind Caicedo and Reese in a pivot. That's where I see it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Doom Scroller. That's garbage. Even at 50 million, that's starter level money. Even at 50 million. And I believe we'll probably ask for more than 50. Okay? Even at that, that's starter level money. And there's there's Newcastle, and especially for Newcastle, if he's bought for 50 million for Newcastle, he has to start. Especially for Newcastle. They're shitting on him for buying Jacob Ramsey for that much and not playing him. He has to start at 50 million. Same with fucking, if Manchester United, you guys haven't caught the drift of Manchester United yet. If you guys haven't caught the drift, they're doing pretty much what we're doing. Buying young players, buying them low wages, players that they could put on low wages like Ederson, who were already on low wages. You just bump them up a little bit. And Buemo, Cunha, guys were on minimal wages, bump them up a little bit. He has to start. Like that, he's not going to take the move if he doesn't start. That's the whole purpose of the move. He has to start. It's not even a question. Like that's the thing. That's the thing about all this. Is like this has to happen. Like if he's gonna go anywhere, why would he move from one club to another to be a utility player? That's the same thing he is now. Doesn't make sense. There's actually no rhyme or reason why Mateus Fernandez will be a long-term starter more than Andrey Santos will be. There's actually no rhyme or reason. Andrey Santos has just as much game time, has played football at a higher level than Mateus Fernandez ever has, in my opinion. Like, when has Mateus Fernandez play at the level of wait a second. Before we go any further, okay? I just want you guys to realize what Andrey did the season before he got here. I just think that's pretty important. When has Mateus Fernandez scored 10 goals in a season? I'll wait. I'll just wait. When has Mateus Fernandez scored 10 goals in a season as a midfielder? He's part of the reason they got relegated. He couldn't finish his chances. So once again, why has Mateus Fernandez what? Because he's taller? I'll come around to 55 plus some change and a sell on. I'll come around to that. 55 some change and 55 of some bonuses and a sell on. I'll be all right with that. Truthfully, I'd be all right with that. Because, like, honestly, like, I don't know, like, let me give you an example. We're looking for a rotational piece, by the way, guys. This isn't like, as much as we want to do this right here. Final boss, we only have one game a week. But I do think we would buy another midfielder if Andrey did go. Okay? I do. What was the guy I was thinking of? I just fucking blanked out. Do I want him to stay? I want him to play football. How about that, Sultan? I want him to play football. Because he's not playing football for us. I don't think he will either. Because of other things. I just think that there isn't this giant chasm that you're making it out to see. And honestly, like, if you want my honest opinion, Lavia just sell him regardless. Even if we were to sell fucking Andrey Santos, I still think we would sell Lavia. That's where I'm at with it. It's not. Once again, it's a numbers thing. Like, I don't even consider him part of the head count. He just can leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it comes down to. Like, he can just leave. Like, regardless on like what we think of the circumstances with Andrey Santos, Lavia can still fucking leave. To be honest, you could probably sell both of them and afford Adam Morton afterwards. Like, that's not unrealistic. Like, that's just he can just leave. It's not, oh, we're selling one before the other. Nah, they can both go. Like, it's not that deep. It really isn't. It's not that deep. Like, they can both go. For different reasons. for different fucking reasons. Seriously, for different reasons. Like it's not that deep to me. Just some more numbers for you. We can get either of these two midfielders for fucking 20 for 40 to 50 million as well. Either of these two guys we can get for 40 to 50 million as well. Right around the same price. Mamadou Sangare is a statistician's dream, by the way. Just saying, like this isn't the end of the world, guys. Like, you guys are acting like there isn't other people we can go and get for cheaper than what we would sell Andrey for. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. Both these two midfielders, if they end up at Brighton and Palace like I think they will, people are going to be looking at them for 80 million plus in a few years. It's just what's going to happen. You either jump on it now and get them before they become the 80 million guys, or you let them go to Brighton, they hoop, and then you end up having to pay for them later. Actually, what Santos is elite at, I'll show you. Boom, boom. Dual percentage. Looks forward always. But we have that already. That's the problem. We have that in fucking Caicedo. We have that. Bro, I could literally, let me just, like, not for nothing. I don't even like the kid. I don't like the kid. I just don't. I don't like this kid. I don't think he's that good. But look, he does similar shit. Nah, I keep that. That's a sacrilegious name, Final Boss, in this chat. If you use that name again in this chat, there's like a 2-minute ban for that. Like, it's a sacrilegious name. You just get thrown in the gulag instantaneously. You have been warned. Like, that's just one of my personal rules in this channel. You get thrown in the gulag using that name. So, Danish, don't make me put you in the gulag, son. You know what this is. But, like, it's just too many of the same shit. It's too much of the same shit. I love James Garner. James Garner has grown on me so much over the last year. Now, would I take him at Chelsea Football Club? Probably not. But, hey, he has done really well for himself over the last year or so. I gotta give it to him. Every time I watch him, he's impressed me. Every time. But Doom Scroller, the dual percentage is what I'm talking about. That's what he's elite at. He's elite at winning his duels, his on-the-ground duels. A ball winner. Like, that's what he's elite at. That's okay, though. I don't need, like, that's okay. It's okay to be this. It's okay to have all this, right? It's okay to be this way. It really is. But at this current moment, we have too many of the similar profiles. We just have too many similar profiles, bro. This is a good name. Let me put this name next to everyone. Let me put this name next to people, son. See? Another 50 million, 60 million player. But for United, this portion of it right here, this right here can't be had. For United, you can't have that. You can't have 57% dual percentage. You can't. You just can't. They don't have a ball winner in the midfield. Kobe Minu does a lot of good things. Ball winning is not one of them. So you can't have another mid-level ball winner in the midfield for United. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate that. We'll use it later after the World Cup a little bit more once more links start coming in. But you just can't. Like this is like for Chelsea, it makes sense. If we were to get Kone instead of Santos, it makes sense. Look at the stats. The stats make sense. Just look at it. I don't need to do anything. The fucking thing's right here. Bro, Kishian, there's always gonna be hate for Clear Lake, bro. That's never gonna go away. It's just part of it. They haven't done well. Until they start doing well, then people won't hate Clear Lake as much. It's just the reality. Yeah, he started work the 4th. 4 days ago. He started their mini camp started 4 days ago. Their mini camp started 4 days ago though. With his like his team is already there. Alonso's on fucking vacation right now. I saw pictures of him in fucking like Spain or some shit. I mean, it's not just this season either. Like Strasbourg, same thing. Nah, they have a mini camp with his team right now. They have a mini camp with his team. They have like a selection of like 28 guys, including some youngsters that are that are training right now. I think they're at Cobham right now. Somewhere around that number seems about right, Connor. Somewhere around that number seems about right. Yeah. It's not just them, it's quite a bit of guys. It's like I said, it's like 28 guys, including some youngsters. Let me see if I could pull I'm gonna pull the news, JK, from those tweets. From Rob tweets. I'm just gonna pull them and put them on like a sticky note, so everyone's not in our chat. But I'm gonna pull them. We'll just have some conversations about the news that came out, that the one reporter that I actually rate and I will listen to for nearly everything. Like I think he's our best Chelsea reporter, our most reliable Chelsea reporter. So I'm gonna put this in a sticky note real quick, and then we'll have a quick conversation about it, about all the news that we've gotten today from him. And everyone say thank you to JK. JK is very on top of this stuff. I'm gonna be real with you guys. He has been super on top of this stuff So I gotta give him credit for like being on top of it, because like he stays up with the guys that, I mean, I've given him recommendations on guys to look at, but he stays on top of it better than anybody that's a part of our team that we have in the thing. So everyone say thank you to JK for this info, because this is some stupid good info. And we'll go through it piece by piece real quick. This is just so you guys know, this is Rob Prattley, who, if you guys don't know, RP journalism or whatever it is. You guys can find him on Twitter, but he does stuff, I think, for Simon Phillips and stuff like that. But JK definitely came up with the goodness today when it came to news. So just give him props in the chat if you have a chance. That's one of our main hubs of my core guys that have been part of my channel for a while. So I got to appreciate when they're here. Just so we'll start at the goalkeeper and defense. Jorgensen, let me just zoom in this stuff real quick. I don't even know if I can zoom in on sticky notes. 1 second. Okay, cool. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just talk about defenders. The Jorgensen has plenty of suitors. Gaga is actually going to the same team that he already has like an offer to go to Parma, which is the same team that Suzuki's in, which would be cool if we went and tried to get Suzuki and replace Sanchez, but that's a whole nother conversation. Malo Gusto, I'm sure this will start to get this. I think this will get nasty after the World Cup. Like, we'll have to lower our valuation after the World Cup for him. You'll notice something that I'm going to speak on here in a second, but you'll see Como in here a lot. Como for Tosin, Como for Chalobah, Benoit. I actually know Benoit has a couple suitors in France and Aston Villa. Axel Disasi, and then the interesting piece of the Disasi news is the Palace piece, which could turn into, we take one, they take one. Fofana, I know obviously everybody would like to get rid of Fofana. Now, will Fofana want to leave is a whole nother question. Josh is being asked about by a bunch of clubs. I saw a fucking Arsenal link today by some stupid ass guy. And there he was already linked to Liverpool earlier. Mamadou Sarr, another one to Como. Yeah, another one to Como. This deal, from my understanding, from what I know about this deal already, they've already put in a bid. They've already put in one bid that was a little low, so I think they'll come back. Yeah, Hagen. Yeah, that's what it was, Edward Hagen. The key piece to the Andrey news on this, in my opinion, is the valuation piece that wasn't specifically spoken about. Because everyone had jumped to the conclusion that that it was 50 million, and I was like, who reported that it was 50 million? Like, who actually said that number, or did that number just get made up by the United side? Bro, it was coming out, I think, because it was like Chris Wheeler who came out and said it was going to be 50 million. Like, I don't know where he got that, because not Ben Jacobs, not Nazar Kinsella, not Dave Ornstein had any type of number for evaluation, but Chris Wheeler had our evaluation number, but those guys didn't. Yeah, okay. mean, it's easy to just pull. It's just easy to pick out the liars, especially when it comes to their wording on their tweets, man. They'll just lie through their teeth just to make it sound good. Romeo Lavia, few suitors. I'm sure we would get. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking somewhere around 60 to 65, as long as it all adds up to around that. Yeah, I honestly, the Guardians gone down the hole over the last 20 years. So, Enzo done to death. I don't know what that means, but I think that just means that he's not going nowhere. Keanu Dyer wants a loan from championship clubs or Coventry, interesting enough, on a permanent move. Dario Asugo's loan will be available for loan if he's not in, and you'll see a lot of if not in Xabi Alonso's plans. Kendry Paez is considering a sale for him, more trouble than he's worth. Tyreek George's gone. Alejandro Garnacho's gone. Has a deal possible for AS Roma. Other clubs in Europe want him as well. Pedro Mendes, Liverpool, and Saudi. Oh, if we can get Saudi money for Pedro Neto, that would be bellissimo. Absolutely bellissimo. No, because Real Madrid came out and said that they don't want him. It's like, where else is he going to go? Like, unless somebody else comes out and says and has the money to pay for Enzo Fernandez, he's stuck. Just pay the kid some money and get him out of our face. Put a fucking release clause after you give him a new contract. That's all I have to say. David Fofana, people were like worried about David Fofana. I don't know why, but it looks like they're going to get money for him. Como for Margue and Sevilla. Sevilla has been wanting Margue for a minute. That's just something I've known for quite a bit of time. Newcastle, Everton, Bournemouth all want Liam Delap. I don't know why Marco Rosa would want Liam Delap, but we'll move on. Omega has interest in Saudi, wants to talk to XA. Like, you're going to see conversation with XA for all the strikers because I don't even think Xabi Alonso knows which one he wants yet. Nah, you know what it is? I pulled it up yesterday, actually. I think I can pull it up again. 1 second. Real Madrid have decided to change the communication policy as seen in statements regarding Enzo Fernandez and Michael Olise, although each is different. They're doing this because they want to respect the clubs involved, because they do not want fans to have false hope that they could be later seen as failure in negotiations. I think part of this, if you like put it into perspective, I think specifically part of this is Chelsea asking, if you're not going to actually do any business, we need these talks to stop. Like, the talks online need to stop. Because Chelsea came out earlier this year saying that they're going to try to limit the amount of conversations that are being had that are not true about their transfer business. And I think that this is just them them asking Madrid to kill it. Kill this Enzo Fernandez shit. If you're not going to come in and bid for him, kill it. Let's not keep talking about it. Let the player play at the World Cup and all that other good jazz. That's actually not true. That's actually not true. And push the price down in what way? Push the price down in what way? Konate was free. What are you talking about? Push the price down. Konate was free. Either way, could be both. I don't necessarily think you might be wrong on that either. But yeah, but how does that correlate? Like, how does Konate correlate to Enzo? We're just making things up just for the sake of our conversation here now. Exactly. Like, that's plain and simple, bro. Like, as soon as Elliot Anderson left for $100 million, as soon as he left for $100+ million, Madrid were fucked. Plain and simple. They were fucked. They had to put up a certain amount of money for Enzo Fernandez to leave. And as soon as that number, that Elliot Anderson deal came through, they were fucked. So like they knew that. And the other thing is now they're shoving everyone. They're telling everyone now that what's his face, Chouameni's not available for sale. That was their big ticket sale to get this deal done. Big up to you, Winter Surfer. And yeah, so let me just finish this up because there's a one key piece that I want to talk about before I close out. One key piece. So clubs really pleased to have secured a lot of their scholars. Focus is now on pathway for Derry, RKM, Moeka, and HMC. Don't know. Oh, that's Harry Murray Campbell. Antwi is going to be at the preseason, but he's going to speak with Xabi Alonso. And this one right here. Xabi Alonso view is he would rather take youngsters to tour than players he does not intend to use and sees no future at CFC for. Oh, we're getting our what did they call it? What was it they called it? Our banished team or whatever they called it. Our bomb squad. We're getting our bomb squad reassembled, guys. We're getting that bomb squad reassembled, son. The bomb squad's getting reassembled, son. Get used to get used to it. Somebody's getting put in a place where it's gonna feel uncomfortable. Hey, I wouldn't even be surprised if Wesley Fofana. Don't be surprised if you're in the bomb squad, kid. But yeah. The Avengers assemble. When does the fucking transfer window close? September 1st. Any FIFA not allowing Bob Squad? I think there's certain stipulations to that. Of course he is. Of course he's taking credit for it. Yo, look at this shit. This is hilarious. Yeah, he's taking credit for it, son. Reversing this great injustice, son. Yo. Yo, son. Yo, that fucking geek is shit, son. This guy has no fucking boundaries of shame, son. He has no fucking shame, son. Like, I can't believe he's taking any credit for this shit. Oh my fucking god. A great injustice, he said. He said a great injustice. Oh my days. Yo, oh man. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's funny as shit, bro. That's fucking funny as shit, son. Bro, Killer AMC, son. Like, I'm a little surprised. Don't get it twisted. I'm a little surprised some of them haven't gotten done yet. Like, I'm a little surprised LaCroix hasn't gotten done yet. But at the same time, they still gotta sell some people, bro. Like, we still gotta move some numbers around, bro. Like, there has to be some movement on the other side, and it's not just because of like the money aspect. It's really just because like we can't be stuck with like a fuck ton of players again. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like, reality of the situation is we got to see one guy walk out the door so another guy can come in, so our squad numbers isn't crazy. Like, straight up. Like, that's just reality of the scenario. Like, reality of the scenario is like, excuse me. Reality of scenario is that like it has to that like we cannot go to a point of squad numbers being like absolutely ridiculous. Like, we can't. We can't. Hey, I don't blame him. I dead ass don't blame him. That's a good idea, actually. I think all medicals should be banned during World Cup time frame. Like, if you're in the World Cup, medicals should be banned. Like, you shouldn't be able to do a medical for a new club while you're at the World Cup. I think that would be a great rule. I think it would be a phenomenal rule across the board. Doom, I don't disagree with you. I thought Middlestad would be a perfect signing for us. I've said that for a while, actually. I said the two guys that I would want for that position specifically would be Middlestad and Cambiaso. And I have no idea about this Chavaria signing. Like, once again, bro, like, we can't watch all the football. Like, we just can't. Like, there's too much football going on for you to be able to watch all of it. Plain and simple. So, like, this is just one of those ones, like, if we're signing Chavaria, he's 28 years old. He's probably a Xabi. Like, Xabi's team probably asked for him. Like, truthfully. Like, if just based off of the circumstances, right? He's 28 years old. All right? He's 28 years old and he's replacing Marco Correa. The likelihood is that Xabi Alonso's team has picked him out as the option that they want. Like, that's just the likelihood of the scenario. Yeah, realistically, we need to bring that squad size down to about 25 to 28. Especially with a one game a week season. Why are people doing all that work for Morea? I like him. He's a great player, especially for the dressing room. But if I would have managed him in March, people would have cussed me out. Oh, mentioned him in March because he's had a great season. The one thing, I think that the Chelsea specifically is that one club that if we're going to do business with you, right? Like, I think that this is something that we can kind of say now. If we're going to do business with you, right? If me and you are going to do business, right? It ain't going to go just one way. Let me explain. So, for instance, the Como deal, all the links at Como, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Como wants 2 of our center backs. Why? Como wants a bunch of our young players. Why? Do you not think that there's some type of interest that we want someone from Como? That I just asked you that. I think Maria, there's no chance for Maria to come to Chelsea. I mean, ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. That's what I'm saying. You have to move players. Players have to move, bro, before we keep buying. We have 39 players on the squad. With 39 players in the squad right now. And the likelihood is he'll use about, I'll let, just to be safe, 18. Just not realistic. Not realistic. And this channel, we talk about realism here. I think so. I think that they're just going to use that money for Strasbourg guys. Like, I think we can get off the idea of Maria. I think there's probably a sell on top of it, just so we like some of that money gets funneled back to Chelsea. But I think we can move on from the idea of Maria, because like if everyone's so sure that Maria is gonna that Xabi Alonso is going to play back 5. I mean, Maria would be an okay wingback option, but I wouldn't. He's more of a winger than a wingback, truly. Because no one's going to spend $130 million on Rodgers. It's just the plain and simple reality of the scenario is like no one's spending that money on fucking Rodgers, bro. None. Where the fuck did my lighter go? Oh, now everyone wants to get on board with what Joe's been saying for the last fucking month. What a surprise. What a surprise. Everyone's getting on board with what Joe's been saying for the last goddamn month. I've been going on every fucking channel that I can to talk about this kid. Now everyone wants to fucking hijack Newcastle. Bro, I've been talking about this guy for a month. More than that. Like, come on, man. Everyone's the smartest guy in the room until they talk to a guy who's smarter than them. Like, I just don't get it. I told you guys this a month ago. Now you guys are just on the you guys are hopping on the bandwagon, son. Yeah, I mean, Andrey is a great eye test guy. Dude, he's a great eye test guy. I'll tell you that. The eye test, whew, hoops. Nah. Doesn't have the physical profile that I'm looking for. too lightweight. Too lightweight for me. Quiz. I actually wondered this just recently, actually. But the one thing I have to say is Real Madrid have a certain way of being able to get players around that type of shit for some reason. Don't know why, but it's just a fact. Just a fact. Real Madrid always have some fucking fuckery way to get around that shit. I'm telling you. All right. Do we have anything else that we need to talk about before I start doing some clipping? clipping. I don't know if that's really the case. I'm a big eye test to stats guy. Like, let me just pull something up real quick. Fuck you, Connor. Fuck you. I don't think I have redirect capabilities anymore, Namaya. I slacked on my shit. I just don't really give a fuck. Let me put a name out there that might surprise you. Trying to think, because there's not that many good fucking wingers in this league. My friend, final boss, you're playing Football Manager, my friend. I know you are. I know you're playing Football Manager. Oh, man. Yeah. I just... oh, shit. But... all right, here you go. You would say, right? All these players are pretty equal in different things, right? Yeah, pretty equal wingers. They're good in different ways. Yeah, you would say that, right? These guys are all pretty equal in general, right? Like they just do different things. Not nothing too extensively high, but they all do different things, right? Like, but they're all about equal in their different ways. But chat, would you or would you not say that's a correct statement? These three wingers that I have on the screen right now are all equal in some similar ways. Would you or would you not agree? Some are better goal scorers than others. Some have a better cross than others. But they're all equal in their own way in overall maps. Like if you were to flip the maps in different ways, they could line up in a certain dimension. Correct? Correct? Close-ish, exactly. They're about close. They're close-ish. Now, would you take any of those other wingers? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab my lighter real quick. I'm just saying, it's not this like great output data wise for Andrey. Now, like I said, the eye test, hey, hey, I hear you. I fucking hear you. But I prefer to take a little bit more of a risk in this position. That's just my opinion. Let me see something here. Let me see if I can find something real quick. All right, first stat for my point I'm on zombie. Aerial duels, well, that's not it. Yeah, it's accelerations per progressive runs. That's the one that I'm looking at. Look at this shit. Rodrigo Mora? Come on. There's another one too. 1 second. The problem is they played this kid at fucking midfield this season. So you can't really get like a true accurate By the way, if you guys aren't following Spencer right now, if you don't follow Spencer and you like stats, one of the best in the game. One of the best in the game. There's nobody better than Spencer's analytics. Nobody. Spencer Mossman's analytics is the best in the game. I'll give him the shout on my channel right now. Spencer Mossman's analytics is the best in the game, especially on Twitter. If you haven't been following Spencer Mossman yet, I don't know what rock you're living under. But progressive runs. Look at him up here. He's all the way on his own. There's one more data set that I want. Is it this one? Yeah. Offensive duels, 1 per game. Monzombi's all the way over here. Look at where Jude is. He's an offensive 10, bro. Just covers a fuck ton of ground. That is a nuts number. 11 and a half yards per carry. It's crazy. That's actually insane. Like, that's like not normal. Like, the normal number is somewhere around 5 to 7. That's an insane fucking number. Goal ending carries per 90. Shot ending carries per 90. Bro, come on. Like, come on. Come on. Come on, bro. The eyes don't lie either, bro. The eyes don't lie either. But come on. Play him in the 8. Play him in an inside 10. I mean, fuck, he played in a pivot for fucking Freiburg. Pause. Oh, the ball carrying shot creation, Surf Pro. The ball carrying and shot creation from this kid is just exactly what I'm looking for. He has pause football. Yeah, that was me yesterday. Me and JJ yesterday. Right, like exactly. Exactly, bro. Connor, me and you think very alike, my friend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the problem with the Guts and Sozlai is like it's tough to compare numbers and direct correlations if they're not in a top 6 league. And like I don't consider Belgium or our Netherlands in the top 6. So it's really tough for me to have that conversation in general. Guts is super lightweight as well. Super fucking lightweight, bro. He's super lightweight. Well, that would have turned that might have turned really bad. That might have turned out really bad for us in the end if we ended up with those two. But you know, different players for different situations. I gotta say something. I'm loving all the tears I'm getting from fucking from these UK fans about Balogun getting away with it. Um, I think Barco is going to have to adapt to it. I think that's. But I also don't think he's going to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the reality of it. Is I don't think he's going to be a starter. So I think there's an adaptation. Yeah, fucking right. We're corrupt. Fucking right. I think there's going to be an adaptation to it, but I think just his tenacity in general, like a lot of it is like, can you deal with the circumstances that you're presented to you? And sometimes it like when you go to a team like Brighton, you're forced to adapt to the circumstances in a different way. Where he played mainly as like a fullback, not even like a wing back, but like as a fullback. Because you could play wing back in a four, by the way. Like, don't get this idealisms that you can't play wing back in a four. Like, I get the thought process of it being not. Andy Robinson was a wing back. Like, it's just the way that the circumstances are presented to you and the team that you're played with is the determining factor on how that's worked out. Now, if you were to go get like a Granit Xhaka or someone who has more physical, a bigger profile, like a 6'2", 6'3" midfielder that's going to sit next to him, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. You know, like it's actually crazy when you look at like his physical numbers is actually quite impressive. It's like a statistical anomaly for a player that of his size because he wins a fuck ton of his duels still. Like, I mean, he's still winning over 50% of his duels. And like that's really all you ask of for your non-ball winning midfielder is to win at least 50%. And then the second part of it is that he's in a lot of duels. So it's not like he's like it's like, oh, he wins only 50%, but how many of them is he actually committing? No, he's getting in a lot of duels. So it's like that part of it is, and with the eye too, you kind of see that like in the French league, you don't normally worry about players that come from that league and adapt coming into the Premier League physically. I'm not getting into it with this guy again. It depends. It depends. Like in a back five, as a wing back, he'll be fine. In the back five, specifically in a back five, I think he'll be just fine. Think about it this way, right? If we play in a wing back, right, and he plays on the same side as Enzo Fernandez, let me pull up a tactics board real quick. And this is obviously us assuming we're playing a back five, right? I don't want to make the assumption that we actually are, but just for the sake of our conversation right now, right? Just for the sake of our conversation, I think a back five would help Enzo mask his deficiencies as well, by the way. But let's just have the conversation of, yeah, exactly. Very much. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Big up, BV. But let's just have the conversation, right? So let's just put this here just for the sake of our numbers, right? Trying to be closer to like the numbers, the realistic numbers that would be. So let's just say this right here is Valentino Barco. Number 5 is Valentino Barco. Okay. And in possession, right? In possession, what would end up happening is if this is Enzo Fernandez, he would go up. This would come into this position. This is Cole Palmer going inside. Let me just switch this here. Boom, boom. It's Cole Palmer going inside. Palestra's going down the side right here. Caicedo sits. This player goes here. Boom, boom, boom. In essence, we're right back to where we were before. Same concept, different start formation. Highly doubt it happens. You see how Barco could be used? I also think what's it called? Pepe whatever his name is, Chavari, it's going to be used in that manner. It's the same thing that we were doing before that allowed us to be successful, just under Xabi Alonso's system now. Yeah, this is a concern. This should be a concern, Surf Pro. This truly should be a concern. Okay? It should be. As a football club, we have not scouted well in attacking places. Plain and simple. It just hasn't happened. Just hasn't happened. Truly, it just hasn't. I actually could see this, Connor. I actually could see this. Just hasn't happened. I just don't believe Krupi leaves Bournemouth this season, guys. I think Krupi's going to stick it out for one more year and end up at PSG in the following year. I don't think he leaves Bournemouth. Would I take Jeremy Pino? No, I want someone more physical. Someone who's going to help us ball carry. Because realistically, you could do this too. And then Enzo overlaps over here with his left foot. No, I wouldn't take Rashford. No, I wouldn't. So you think Barco should just be out here, and Enzo should create from these areas? So he just play wingback, like honestly, his quality of ball is phenomenal. Like I think people underrate how good he is putting the ball in. Now, is he physically gifted like Theo Hernandez? No, he's not. If Sarinci's still watching, he's not as physically gifted as Theo Hernandez is, or even Palestra. If you wanted to put Palestra on that side, I think I should do everyone a favor and watch Pep Chavari, but brother, he's such a utility because he's a creator in the end. Like That's just the nature of it. He's just he's just such a utility because he's such a creator. Like his creative numbers are so good. And when you watch him too, he's not when you watch him too, he's not this like over exuding like he's not this over exuding like physical force, but like when you watch him, he's just such a fucking tenacious, well put together football player that he's gonna give you so many. He's gonna give you things that like you aren't gonna see from Cucurella specifically. Cucurella does things that I think this football team would have if we like. Cucurella is showing you guys in this World Cup like how good he is, and I'm glad because I knew I was one of the few people in the world in this space saying how Cucurella was a top three left back in the world. Like I was one of the few people that was out here saying that, and I was saying that for a good minute. He dropped off a bit, but he was still top. In my opinion, he was still a top 3 left back in the world. Nah. If you're gonna go get a fucking Ivory Coast player, go get the Christ kid. Christ Ula. Oh, I'd love to see his numbers, actually, now that you say that. I can never say his fucking name, though. I don't even know if they have his numbers either. That's the other thing. Exactly, EE. Inawa Olahe. One of these days, someone's going to have to teach me how to say that shit. If you're going to take a chance on someone, that's the kid I'd take a chance on. Like, if you're just going to take a chance on some random guy who's stepped up in this World Cup, that's the kid I'm taking a chance on. Him or Hugo Larson. Preferably Hugo Larson because he's 6'3". That's just my preferred situation because we just don't have any tall midfielders. Yeah, I don't even think he has numbers in data MB because he's in fucking what's his face. Okay, that's fair. I don't necessarily think you're wrong about that. I just haven't I've only watched him in this World Cup. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to people about shit though. I just think that getting this kid is such a utility. Like he's such a utility player, bro. The fact is like that you kind of like. This is the kind of player I take a chance on. This is the type of player I really take a chance on. Like if you just like if you look at it. I mean, what's frustrating about the Xhaka deal, VVVS? What's frustrating to you about that? Ball carrying, Taji. That's bro. We do not have any ball carriers in this football club. We do not have any ball carriers at this football club. How many times do I got to say it? We do not have ball carriers at this football club. How many fucking times do I gotta say it? Ball carriers. We do not have ball carriers at this football club. What don't we get by this? You could get these two kids, Manzambi and Ulawahi, as like a backup to fucking what's his face. Yo, even Barco's carrying numbers are better than, like, look at Barco's carrying numbers, bro. Like, he's old as fuck. I'm not bringing 28-year-old fucking RLC to play attacking left attacking midfield. Everyone's okay. Let me say something, okay? Everyone's okay with Morgan Rogers. Everyone wants Morgan Rogers, dude. You got to get Morgan Rogers. Okay, let's look at the numbers. Let's put Morgan Rogers on here. Morgan Rogers is 130 million right now. Okay, Johan Manzambi is 60. You've been warned, Doom Scroller. You've been warned. 2-minute times. Someone tell me what we're doing here. You're want Morgan Rogers, but this kid's right here. This kid's right here. Yes, Joker. Yes. Yes, Joker. Yes. This has been the kid I've been screaming from the hilltops Chelsea should be looking at for a month. For a fucking month. For a month. I've been screaming to the hills. Go get the kid. Supposedly. Newcastle likes to do things in a very backwards manner, to say the least. But supposedly he is going to Newcastle. We need a ball carrier so bad, bro. We were willing to spend 85, 90 on Morgan Rogers. Get this kid for 60. He fits the age profile. He'll fit the wage profile. He'll fit the cause. Go spend 60 million on this kid. 55, 60 million on this kid. I don't care. I don't care if he's good as Esteval or Yamal. Esteval and Yamal are left-footed. This kid does other things that like this kid does things that the way that you could use him in a tactical manner is so brilliant. Let me show you. Let me fucking show you. Let me show you, because we're already here. I'm almost at 2 hours. Let me show you. Three, 4, 3. What everyone thinks we're gonna play, okay? Okay, since he's 9 at Switzerland, we'll use Manzambi as the number 9. Okay, this is the position we'll play him as. Okay, this is the position we'll play him as. Okay, let's say we do this. It's this way. Caicedo, Enzo on this side. Okay. Defensively, we could go into this. Because he can cover that much ground. That's how much I believe in this kid. He can cover from here And we can win the ball here. They get the ball to Caicedo or just directly to him, and he can ball carry. Cole up top pressing with João Pedro. These guys will probably be pressing up high, and these guys will be pressing the midfield. Oh, it's so difficult it's so frustrating that there's people like this in the world, bro. The only thing that we have, the only thing in the world, the only league in the world is the Premier League. It's so frustrating. I'm sorry. It's so fucking frustrating. So frustrating, bro. It's so frustrating that now all Bundesliga attackers. This guy's not even an attacker, by the way. He played 8, 6, 10, left wing, right wing. It's the most frustrating thing ever. Yeah. I mean, boom, boom. This isn't some fucking lightweight kid, by the way. Wait, what? Bro. I told motherfuckers about this shit. I told motherfuckers about this guy, bro. And I was sat here, just another Bundesliga player Joe watches. Like my fucking talent ID hasn't been tried and tested. That's not true. Monzombi's only going for 47 million right now. We can easily jump into that number. Easily jump into that number. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I love this. I love this game. I love this game. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. VVS, I'll wait. And you think Marinakis is going to let Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson leave in the same window? You're drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk. Yo, I got an igloo to sell you. I live in the desert. Once again, VVS, I got an igloo to sell you. I live in the fucking desert. I live in the fucking desert. I have an igloo to sell you. VVS, it's 115 degrees. You better pick up that igloo, bro. You better pick up that igloo, my friend. That's what I'm saying, Max. That's what I'm saying. Fuck, I just realized something. JK, I just realized something. That Hugo Larson news, that was for Forrest. Fucking Glasner used to coach the fucker when he was 18. He was one of the first people who gave him a chance. Big up, TTM. Once again, VVS, if you believe all the players we buy this year are going to be ready-made players, I have an igloo to sell you. You just got to go. You just got to go to the highest point of Arizona, the closest to the sun that you can get to in the Arizona. I was just thinking about it. I was like, I didn't put that together until just a second ago. Just literally like 3 seconds ago, I just put that together. Big up, guys. So, guys, be ready for Palestra to have like a Coyote like season this year. That's the level of player I think he is. I think he's at least as good as Coyote. He might not have the long throw, but I think he's as good as Coyote. Motherfucker, if you keep on putting words in my mouth, I'm just gonna have you sent to the gulag, son. Like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. Like, I'll tell you that's for free. Don't ever come in here and try to put words in my mouth. Did I ever say that I was okay buying kids? Just buying kids. Only buying kids. You see how you phrase that? Make sure you use your phrasing the right way. I'm tired of these people, son. What the fuck we talking about here? Like, truly, what the fuck we talking about? Sign good players. Garnacho's been in this league for 5 fucking years. You think I wanted him? I've been asking for them to go buy Victor Osimhen for 3 years. This guy, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know I've been asking for this fucking club to go buy Victor Osimhen for 3 goddamn years. Now, am I happy with João Pedro? Yes, I very am. Bro, Artur, I already banned the guy. He came in here. He came in here already. I banned the guy. Oh, he's already taken that back, by the way. I've had a conversation with him. I've been talking to him like every day, actually. Me and him are actually good homies. That's the homie. As much as he's a idiot sometimes, he is the homie. Are people not okay? Are people like just does LaCroix not count no more? Just because we're not getting Xhaka, does LaCroix not count? I'm just kind of curious on why everyone's acting this way. So, because we're not getting Xhaka, does LaCroix not count anymore? I just I mean I know that me and Adam have a very similar point of view on the way that most of you in Europe think, but can someone explain to me? Does LaCroix not count because we like for experience because we didn't get Xhaka? I mean, I'm pretty sure Fabrizio came out yesterday and said LaCroix and what's his face, Pep Chavaria, who's also 20 fucking 8 years old. Like, do those guys not count as experience, or are they just because Pep Chavaria plays at like Rayo Vallecano or whatever it is, and LaCroix plays at Crystal Palace? It's not. I don't think so, EE. I don't think so. Like, I don't know if you like. Someone else said it earlier. Fucking France put a ban on doing medicals during the World Cup. I actually had to look that up. It's true. So even if we were to get a deal done with Crystal Palace, we wouldn't be able to get the deal finalized until after the World Cup regardless. So guys, this is why I'm here though. I'm going to be honest. This is why I feel like I'm here and I have a YouTube space. I'm just going to be real with you. It's like, I don't take things too seriously until things are done. I'm the one channel that you'll probably go to, and you're not going to hear me crash the fuck out about not getting a player. Why? Or not getting a player or not. Yeah, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm not going to hear and crash out for you. Like that. If you want that, there's plenty of other Chelsea channels you can go to. I'm not the channel. That's the reality. I'm not that channel. I'm not the channel that is going to get you. He's going to sit here and crash out and give you this crash out on the ownership group every single minute that they're live, crash out on every decision that's being made, crash out on all that. I'm not that guy. That's not what I'm going to do. That if you want that, there's plenty of other channels out there, and kudos to you. I'm the wrong guy. I ain't gonna give you this also false sense of bravado of like where we're at. I'll give you realistic terms. I'll give you tactics. I'll give you data. I'll give you what I know about the player, but I'm not gonna sit here and fucking shit on everything. That's not what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna come here and give every single thing that this football club does a big up. I just find us as a fan base very interesting in the way that we act. That's it. Mr. Theo Hernandez himself is back. Why am I so against signing experienced players? Well, Sorrenti, I'm sorry, Sorrentio or whatever the fuck your name is. You just literally missed my entire. I just literally answered this question. Literally just answered the question. So, if you need the answer, rewind a little bit. I guess I appreciate the stream, son. Like, I literally just fucking answered that question. The fuck? Like, oh my god. Like, straight up, it's like, what are we talking about here? This is like, yeah, I would tend to agree with that statement. I tend to agree with that statement. Kunle, as we say in Arabic, bro, Haydahi, you can't do nothing about it. It's just, that's what it is. Haydahi, it's just what it is. Like, I know that a bunch of these people that are on the YouTube spaces that are in the chat are fucking children. It's okay. Like, maybe you'll learn something. Like, truly. Maybe you'll learn something, bro. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, at this point, it's just like, I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe you'll learn something here. Like, that's the best I can do for you. You know, if you come in here and you grasp something out of this channel that you say, hey, I could talk about this a little bit better, then I did my job. That's all. That's it, bro. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I could think of. Like, I don't really ask for much. I wish our fan base was a little bit more educated. That's it. So I go out on my channel and I try to educate people in the way that I know. That's it. See, I don't disagree. Well, let me answer TTM first. Big up, Wob. They're saying Santos is a dead move for us. Outside of whether it's desperate from us or not. What about you? What do you reckon about Andrey to United? You want to know something, TTM? I think your fan base needs to understand the profile that's necessary for that role. Part of what's necessary for what you need next to Kobe Mainu specifically is someone who's going to win a lot of their duels, because they got to kind of cover for Kobe in certain scenarios. Now, Kobe can be like I say, like in a pivot, and this is my problem with Enzo Fernandez. In a pivot, you normally need at least a 50% duel percentage win rate. Okay, normally for you to be at least a bare minimum player for that role, you need to be a 50% ball winning percentage. Okay, that's honestly, like, it's a good barometer of how well you can do. Okay, the second barometer is how well do you do looking forward. Okay, Andrey does that in plethoras. So like the two things that you would need in a pure six, Andrey does really well. Okay, he does that really well right now. Okay, that's the other thing, is right now he does that really well. Not only that, he's very underrated on set pieces, with something that you're going to lose from Casemiro. I think you'll still get a little of that back from Andrey. At Strasbourg, he had 10 goals. Majority of them were headers. Okay, so realistically, like, it's only looked as a bad move because of the amount of time he's had on the field. Okay, he hasn't had a lot of time on the field, and when he was on the field, he was asked to do something different from his skill set. So I'm gonna give you the answer of your team is looking for the right profile. Okay, that's the answer that I can give you. If you're at looking for an Andrey Santos, you're looking at the right profile. Now, do you think if Manchester United think Chelsea are desperate to get rid of Andrey Santos for some reason, they're going to get some type of deal out of us, they might as well just go somewhere else, because that's just not how we've moved. So that's the realistic circumstances. Now, would Newcastle be another place that he could go and be successful? I think so too, because I think that if you put the right pieces in a three around him, he's very good. You could put a Lewis Miley, Andrey Santos, Bruno Guimaraes midfield together. You easily could. I think Andrey could give you something that's pretty similar to what Tonali was giving you, at probably a better rate defensively. Nah, I'm gonna go to my parents' house. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, it depends on what you guys are trying to accomplish, right, TTM? Like, if you're trying to win a title, then yeah, I would agree with that statement. But if you're thinking you're needing to build your team out before you win a title and you're just trying to compete, I think Andrey can do a phenomenal job. I think you can get. I actually think Monzombi's better in more advanced positions, in my opinion. And if they're Newcastle is drunk if they think that fucking Eddie Howe is gonna lose Sholington and Tonali in the same window. Like I don't believe fucking Bruno Guimaraes goes anywhere. Like this is like I'm gonna be so real with you. Like I can see Eddie Howe playing him on the wing. Truthfully, like I was a right winger. I truly believe I can easily see Eddie Howe playing him as a right winger. That's just how I see it. Because that's just Eddie Howe. And to be honest, I think Monzombi could do pretty well there too. So I mean, I don't even think I think you're probably undercutting how much we're wanting just by saying 50 million. Because I think with the way that Mateus Fernandez, like in this current climate, he is not like Andrey Santos isn't some player that's that much further behind Mateus Fernandez. Nobody can give me a reason why. It's probably going to be somewhere around 60 million, including add-ons and things of that nature. Like 50, if someone came in and said 55 plus 5 with a sell on, I can definitely see that being the number. I wonder if we're going to lower our valuation for Gusto. I would like for us to, so he can just move and let him go to City. Let that be their problem, bro. He wants a pay rise. He doesn't deserve a pay rise. Get them the fuck out of here. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason for that. I'm just getting more information about this now. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they would want more than 50 million, personally. That's crazy, bro. Cena. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, this shit is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Bro, I don't give a fuck about the optics of it. I don't give a fuck. Good names. Wrench specifically is a very good name. I mean, pretty sure Giovanni Reed would probably be another good name that we could go for. But I think Josh will stay, personally. I think Josh will stay and he'll play right behind LaCroix. All right, guys. I've done more than 2 hours. I'm ending this stream. Everyone have a good rest of your fucking day. USA's winning tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon.